Welcome, everyone. We're kicking off a special series today, really focusing on what it means to be an alt-link here at Altair.
Yeah, Alter, our, marketing and advertising agency, and we're driven by that vision.
To be recognized as the home of limitless creativity. It's a big one.
It really is. And today, we're diving deep into one of our core values, adaptability.
Right. And the kind of guiding principle we're exploring is, I adapt my work to meet the evolving needs of the team or client.
Exactly. And it's so much more than just words on paper, isn't it?
Definitely. It's really about how we actually integrate this into our daily work, how it strengthens our culture, our collaboration.
And ultimately makes us, a stronger, more united team.
So let's break it down. What does adaptability really mean in our context here at Altair?
Well, fundamentally, it's our ability to, evolve, to
Wow.
embrace change and stay flexible. Our industry moves so fast, doesn't it?
Oh, constantly. Things change almost daily, it feels like sometimes.
Right. So adaptability means showing up with flexibility, not frustration when things shift.
Like those last-minute client briefs.
Exactly. Or sudden platform updates or even internal changes. It's about being solutions focused.
Okay, so finding the way forward rather than getting stuck on the change itself.
Precisely. Embracing a bit of that uncertainty and, crucially, knowing when it's time to pivot to keep things moving.
Keep the work moving, keep the team moving.
Mm-hmm. And it's not about pretending we have all the answers up front either.
Right. It's more about the readiness to respond, adjust.
And evolve, but importantly, with intention.
Okay, I think I get the core idea,
Mm-hmm.
but how does this actually, show up across different departments? Let's make it concrete.
Good idea. Let's start with client success. Big area.
Definitely. What does adaptability look like for them?
So imagine a client suddenly shifts their priorities. Or maybe the timeline changes unexpectedly.
Happens all the time.
It does. Adaptability here is how the team responds with, composure and clarity. They realign things internally, quickly, without dropping the ball.
So it's that smooth adjustment, making sure the client feels supported even when things are changing behind the scenes.
Exactly. It's that seamless shift. How about design?
Yeah, design. Visuals change so fast. New formats, new trends.
For them, it might be reworking a layout because new information came in, or maybe a simple social post suddenly needs to become a multi-image carousel.
Ah, okay. So quick turnarounds.
Quick turnarounds, yes, but crucially, without sacrificing the quality or the core message. They adjust the format, maybe the hierarchy of a landing page, but the design still has to work, still has to communicate effectively.
Makes sense. So maintaining quality through change. What about the copy team? Words are their world.
Adaptability for copy is all about flexing voice, format, and flow.
How so?
Well, 1 minute they might be writing something really playful and short for, say, an Instagram reel.
Okay.
And the next, they need to craft a really professional, detailed narrative for a client presentation or a deck. It's tailoring the content constantly.
Tailoring it to the moment, the brand, the platform.
Spot on. They have to be like linguistic chameleons, really.
Good way to put it. Okay. Performance team. They're all about the data, the numbers. How does adaptability fit there?
Oh, it's absolutely core to performance. They're watching data in real time.
Right.
So if numbers aren't tracking as expected, maybe an audience isn't engaging or conversions are down.
You can't just stick to the plan.
No way. They have to be agile, tweaking campaigns, testing new approaches, maybe shifting budget around, optimizing based on what the data is telling them right now. They can't panic. They have to respond.
So very responsive, very data-driven adjustments. What about production? Lots of moving parts there.
Yeah. Production needs serious adaptability. Think about shoots. Plans can change last minute, weather, location issues.
Oh yeah, I can imagine.
Or maybe edits come back with unexpected feedback or late. Adaptability for them is staying calm, communicating really quickly and clearly.
And finding solutions, I guess.
Finding smart solutions to keep the output on track even when the original plan goes out the window. Making smart changes to still deliver.
Okay, a lot of on-the-fly thinking. And the social team. They live in the land of constant change.
They really do. Adaptability for social means staying tuned into trends, cultural moments, being ready to adjust content calendars, maybe jump on a viral trend if it fits.
So being relevant in the moment.
Exactly. And listening to the audience, making room to deliver content that resonates right now, not just what was planned weeks ago.
Needs real nimbleness. What about our marketing team, setting those bigger strategies?
Even at that level, adaptability is key. If market demands shift or maybe a campaign just isn't performing as hoped.
They can't be too rigid.
Right. They need to be willing to explore new angles, maybe test different formats, or even look at entirely new platforms. It's about not getting stuck if something isn't working.
So openness to change based on results. Makes sense. And sales. They're right there on the front lines with clients.
Adaptability in sales is huge. It's about moving beyond a fixed script, really listening to a potential client's specific goals or objections.
And adjusting the pitch.
Exactly. Personalizing the approach, tweaking the strategy based on that specific conversation, not just delivering a canned presentation. It's a flexible approach.
More responsive, more tailored.
Okay.
What about the accounts team? Managing budgets and timelines.
For accounts, adaptability often means handling fluctuating budgets or timelines without losing structure.
Tricky balance.
It is. When scopes change, they need to proactively rework estimates, communicate those changes transparently, and keep everything aligned, even when the numbers shift.
So financial flexibility, but with clarity.
Got it.
And HR, supporting our people.
HR demonstrates adaptability by evolving our policies and support systems. Think about the shift to remote work or changes in how teams are structured.
Yeah, big shifts.
They need to adapt how we support people, making sure everyone feels informed and cared for through those changes.
Crucial for morale and stability. Okay, finally, leadership. How does adaptability show up there?
Leadership models adaptability. They lead through change with clarity, stay calm under pressure, revise priorities when necessary.
And help the rest of us shift gears.
Exactly. They provide the confidence and direction needed for the whole team to navigate change successfully.
Wow. Okay. So it really does touch every single part of what we do here.
It's woven into everything.
But just to be super clear, let's talk about what adaptability is not. Sometimes defining the negative helps.
Good point. Yeah, adaptability is definitely not about having all the answers beforehand. No one expects that.
Right. It's okay not to know everything immediately.
And it's not about changing things just for the sake of changing them. There has to be intention, a reason behind the shift.
So it's not just random chaos.
Not at all. And it's not about being purely reactive without thinking things through. There's strategy involved in adapting well.
And critically.
Critically, it's not about compromising quality. We adapt our approach, maybe the format, but the standard of work needs to remain high.
Those are really important distinctions.
Yeah.
So bringing it all together, why is this value adaptability so fundamental to Alter?
Well, in our industry, things change so incredibly fast. Adaptability is what lets us stay agile, stay relevant, stay innovative.
And serve our clients better, presumably.
Absolutely. We can meet their evolving needs effectively because we are adaptable. It ensures that whatever comes our way,
Unexpected briefs, new platforms, market shifts.
whatever changes come, we're ready to rise to the occasion together as a team.
It really sounds like it's about being resilient and future-proof in a way.
That's a great way to put it. Resilient and ready.
So as we wrap up this deep dive on adaptability,
Yeah.
what's maybe one key thought you'd want everyone listening to take away into their daily work?
Maybe just this. When you face a change, whether it feels big or small, try to pause. Try to approach it with flexibility first, not frustration.
Okay, flexible, not flustered.
Yeah. And ask yourself, what does my team or my client actually need from me most in this specific moment of change? How can I adapt my approach to deliver that value?
That's a really practical, powerful question to ask. And it reminds us, adaptability isn't always about huge shifts, right?
Not at all. Sometimes it's small adjustments. It's about changing enough to maintain momentum and keep moving towards our goals.
Excellent. Well, that's our deep dive into adaptability. Such a core value, really essential to who we are as alt-links here at Alter.
Definitely. And we really hope this conversation has offered some clarity, maybe some actionable insights into how you can embody adaptability every day.
Stay tuned for our next exploration, where we'll unpack another of Alter's core values, continuing to look at what makes us, we hope, the home of limitless creativity.
Yeah, and in the meantime, keep thinking about how you can bring that adaptability into everything you do.